game you're playing. This time it's Dota, so it's going to be game number 2 of the Kiev Major Open Qualifiers Grand Finals between Whitefriars Dota and Bazaar.youth. My name is Bren, and I'm joined by TurboTabs. For this one, it's going to be a fat game, getting straight into the picks and bans. What are we thinking?
And again, another Ember Spirit ban coming from Whitefriars Gaming. Despite that huge, massive game, they didn't want to ban any heroes that were part of it, Bren. So they must have had a really bad experience with this hero.
I think it's a case of the fact that they knew what they did wrong in that game and how they controlled the game. The heroes weren't necessarily the problems. Again, OD gave them a bit of a hassle, but HYHY did a stellar job on the Rubik, so they're not too worried about a lot of these big problem heroes. Instead, opting to ban out Ember Spirit, the Alchemist, and as you can see on Bazaar.youth, they opt for the Ursa first ban. We'll see what their second ban is as it's coming up shortly.
And no major changes so far. It seems to be exactly the same as the first game.
5 seconds remaining.
So maybe Bazaar.youth are having a slight little think about what the game plan is for the upcoming game, because usually teams like to, if they're doing it by the EG method, the old EG method, where they would center the first 4 picks just around what they wanted to play, and then just do the final pick as something, a light little counter to the enemy team.
Yeah.
So probably why they're dipping into the reserve time right now is just figuring out what they want to actually do on the side of Bazaar.youth.
Radiant teams
exact same bans as first game.
Interesting. Mid laners focused from Whitefriars, and we see the start our first pick again.
I wonder if there's going to be a Centaur Warrunner.
Centaur does creep through. I imagine we will be seeing it potentially come up a little bit later, maybe even just now, because I mean, once you have a Slardar, do you really want a Centaur as well?
Yeah,
can you pick some other heroes?
I don't think. Well, you could run, I guess, Centaur carry.
5 seconds remaining.
And it does okay, I guess. But there's a timer on it, you know.
Reserve time.
Yeah. Slardar's looking fancy with his new model. He's looking good. He's been working out. You can tell.
Yeah, I forgot that. Oh, there you go.
Rubik potentially, or is it going to be a keeper to light?
Oh, there was a Lifestealer pick last time. It would be, it would really turn them on their head if they go like, "Come on, kids, let me show you how to play Lifestealer."
Rubik, first call. I did it. I'm the best.
Oh, that's a good denial because HYHY, despite losing, had a fat game as Rubik.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we may see a possibly the keeper to light. Maybe not. Might just be the Lifestealer, to be honest. Again, they wanted to go for it.
I think it would be pretty good because it kind of counteracts the Stampede as well.
Yeah, I'm hitting all the nails on the head today. God damn.
I don't know, I gave you the template, I would say, at the start.
No, you didn't.
But all these people that joined into the second game like, wow, this Bren truly knows what he's doing. What?
I do. I know what I'm doing. It's true.
10 seconds remaining.
So if there's anything like last game, they'll ban out the Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
What bans did they have? Invoker, they had a Cottle ban, yeah, there you go. That again.
OD.
Oh, OD.
Taken out.
So there will be a change this game. Guaranteed change.
I'm a fan of the OD getting banned out because it did create a lot of problems for Whitefriars Gaming, even though HYHY was there, and I think with Rubik getting locked out as well by Bazaar.youth, kind of necessary.
It caused a lot of problems for Bazaar.youth as well because Rubik would just steal that spell, and he was just as good for his team as having an OD on his squad.
Super high level gaming. TA gonna get banned out, clearly. Bazaar.youth not wanting to deal with the SSS TA ever again. We may have the potential, if we don't see the Invoker getting banned out. I'm not too sure if SSS is too comfortable on the Invoker. I imagine he is. At the end of the day, most of these mid players are pretty capable on every single flavor of the month hero you can find, but we may see some Invoker being played, especially with the OD getting banned. That's always a possibility.
Reserve time.
With Invoker, they can opens them up to those sort of strats that we saw earlier from Bazaar.youth, where they had the Faceless Void comboing with the Beastmaster as well, and all these like long duration stuns, and allows Invoker just to be part of these global range kills and whatnot. But
interesting ban.
Terrorblade has been quite good at the moment. I think he's had the highest win rate out of all the heroes in the qualifier. I think he's got like 43 wins to like 11 losses or something.
It seems quite left wing,
10
quite out
seconds
there.
remaining.
You know, we haven't seen any play from either of these teams,
5
even when it got
seconds
through the
remaining.
drafting stage. But I guess when the opportunity is there for a position 1 to be picked, and
Reserve time.
it seems a bit more obvious in that case.
Yeah, it's fair for White Rise Gaming to dedicate their ban to this, because I think it does incredibly well against Lifestealer as well, because you can kind of kite him up with the what's it called? Once he picks up the eye of Scardy, and also Lifestealer can never really just focus down
Radiant team's
the
turn to
Terrorblade,
pick.
because he can just kind of turn it on its head with his ultimate. There again, another Weaver, another
Dire
Swapter.
team's turn to pick.
Have we watched the first game all over again, Brad?
Feels like it. It genuinely does. Similar picks all across the board. Mid heroes are going to be a bit different though. We will see at least one change. But again, it seems these teams have clocked what they like to run.
There's no OD or
10
Tether.
seconds remaining.
Sorry, yeah. So we will see 2 changes with the mids. Potentially
5
just the
seconds
same
remaining.
lineups again. I mean, the teams are comfortable with what they ran. They seem to think that the problem wasn't in the draft. It was more or less in
Reserve time.
the execution, which I can agree with. When a game goes to almost 70 minutes, it's very even across the board. And it will be that execution that seems to be lacking.
What would be a good hero for matchup against a Weaver? I think an interesting one would have been a Lone Druid, actually. I think we saw one Weaver got absolutely pooped on one time by a Lone Druid, where he was just constantly getting rooted and slammed by the Sniper version 2.0.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, constantly giving away solo kills in the safe lane. It was a Weaver off lane, if I recall, when that was happening. But yeah, he was not in favour with those roots. Again, using up this reserve time that's currently ticking down. Bazaar.youth thinking long and hard about what hero they want to pick next. Do they want to go for the mid hero? No, they do not. This is very sort of left winging out there. Shadow Shaman gives you disables. You got the Shackle. Good nuke with the Effershock, and well, good pushing potential as well with the Serpent Ward. So, interesting pick. A bit out there, but it has its place.
Anyway, he's very,
10
very
seconds
item
remaining.
dependent over on Shadow Shaman as well. All his spells are incredibly expensive,
seconds
so quite a bit of resource management for whoever decides to pick up the Shadow Shaman, but he does
Reserve
offer a
time.
lot of disable, probably the longest disable out of anybody on his own in the entire game, with those the shackles and the hex as well. That's an instant hex, so that'll be an option for them to initiate in on heroes like Lifestealer to start the fight and maybe burst him down before he has a chance to pop off that rage.
True. I see.
So let's see here. You're over on the side of White Rise Gaming. What sort of hero do you think will be the best to pick up against this, Bren?
This is completely out of my field of vision, it feels like. With the Shadow Shaman pick, that's kind of thrown it out of perspective. I think you do go for a mid hero now. The last one being picked. Maybe even a support, just because you don't really... Because that will... Again, still the last pick is going to be going to Bazaar.youth, so you don't really need to worry about a countering to be frank. Shadow Shaman as a hero does lack a few escapes. He does pick up 4 staffs generally. I wouldn't mind to see... I was about to say Shadow Shaman. You got Shadow Fiend. You got to believe me. You got to believe me. I was about to say Shadow Fiend.
Hey, sure, okay, buddy.
I swear on my life. I swear on my life I was about to say Shadow Fiend.
Well, that does add a bit of burst to deal with the Weaver, and
10
also
seconds
some
remaining.
minus armor as well to maybe deal with a Centaur Warrunner as
5
well.
seconds remaining.
But I do maybe weep for the Shadow Fiend slightly up against the Shadow Shaman,
Using up your
because
reserve
if he
time.
offers up a large amount of control to deal with all for him actually getting that Requiem off and whatnot.
Radiant team's turn to
So,
ban.
I'm not sure, it's a bit greedy maybe in my eyes, but we'll see how it plans out. I mean, there's always these big Shadow Fiend players in these top SEA teams.
10 seconds remaining.
From Moonduck Studios
5
that
seconds
I'm going to be
remaining.
used in their broadcasts. Live from the Apollo.
Reserve time.
Really? Wow.
Big news, big news.
Radiant team's turn
We're
to
hearing it live here
So
first.
what kind of broadcast exactly? Is it like the hosting us now, or?
No. I mean, I'm when they're doing the 24-hour hub thing.
Oh wow, nice.
10 seconds left. Decided?
All hands on deck. Very congratulations, Bran.
5 seconds remaining.
Tinkerban coming in from White Fries Gaming.
Reserve time.
It's going to be a support pick here, obviously. Or it might be a support Slardar, position 4. You never know.
Yeah, it looks like they're suspecting an off lane over on Bazaar. So, will be a good hero for... I mean, the Clockwork would have been good, but that's been banned now by Bazaar, so... be a great off here. I mean, Sand King would be pretty good, I think. Add a bit of Disable to the lineup. A vehicle for... Oh, they actually go for the Darks here.
It's big offlaner here. So, yeah, it will be the position for Slardar. And what will Bazaar.youth have to answer this? That is the question.
We'll go for a mid lane. Who would be...
10 seconds remaining.
Who would cause Shadow Fiend a lot of trouble. And Lifestealer as well.
5 seconds
would be
remaining.
good. Mr. Warrior? Oh wait, no, he's banned. Do
You're
we?
using up your reserve time.
But I'm
10
trying to think of
seconds
something that
remaining.
wouldn't... The Darks here wouldn't disrupt too much as well. Invoker. I mean... It's okay, I guess.
It's okay. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Invoker.
And I guess I just wanted a really surprising pick, you know, the Bazaar have to be
the left wing pick, you wanted to see like the mid, I don't know, line or
Jakira.
something.
Yeah, maybe. Because they've got like the first match under the bag. Usually teams are starting to feel themselves a little bit where, you know, oh, we could go for a bit of a wild card position.
They're going to pull out,
they feel confident.
What's it called? The Techies Pudge combo. First
in the final pick.
Finals.
In the final pick, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 heroes in
Who
one.
knew 6 heroes is better than 5?
2 heroes in one. That's exactly what they're going to do.
10 seconds remaining.
Who's your money on, Bran?
5 seconds remaining.
I kind of want to say Bazaar so I can go to bed. And I'm inkling, I'm moving my body towards the way of White Fries to an extent. Because I like the Shadow Fiend, that's the only reason.
That
To the Night Stalker picks. No. I like the Shadow Fiend. Get me involved. Like it. I like it a lot.
The battle resumes.
Alright, so see some early TPs coming from when.
Smokes as well. From both
Yeah,
teams.
It's pretty much assumed now. I think that's just the downright meta, I believe. At least in the C region where you definitely go for these smokes because it gives you that slight little speed boost as well to get in and out of these. Oh, the HY has actually been spotted. And he's getting some healthy damage onto WL as well. So
Iron Shield, dude.
But
The Iron Shell, I should say.
at least he knows now that there's a ward down here somewhere.
Blocked the camp with 2 wards again. It's a similar thing that we saw previously. Again, it was White Fries that did it last time. They blocked the off lane with these 2 wards and make them waste a bit more extra gold at the start.
Yeah.
30
Oh,
seconds
that's you
to
pinging,
battle.
isn't it? I thought there was
Yes, it is, yeah. They are pinging it though, so I think they are aware.
Yeah, they're definitely aware. Why would he be there otherwise? So, but maybe they just might not dedicate anybody to actually do ward it. Just put the Centaur Warner in the off lane and just let him like tank that entire mess of a lane. Because I think he'll make his way back into it no matter what lane he gets.
Let's get moving.
Anti-Rune's going to be grabbed up. And the teams will start to roll out to their positions. There's going to be that dual safe lane. Big A on the Lifestealer once again. CH on the Disruptor this time. Will be helping him out. Try off lane. There's an unusual one.
Have you seen where they put that ward as well? It's right next to the sent that HY put down.
Ooh. Is that going to get spotted though? Because the sentry's going to expire.
No, surely Freedom will see it.
I mean, it's got 2.5 minutes, but still, yeah. This tri-lane in the off lane going to be the Weaver alongside the Shadow Shaman and the Rubik. A lot of burst damage actually, and we see the rotation coming out from HYHY. He wants to try and contest this with the help of his teammates. So we're meeting each other head on. It is the 1v1. The ward's still not spotted here by X-Freedom. Walk far enough towards that one angle.
I mean, he has to see it when he's...
Meanwhile, bottom, they're going in. CH in trouble. Doesn't know which way to run. It's going to be the first blood. As Yang is going to be drawing it all over his face.
And they're still going, pressuring Big A. Still.
Tower isn't going to last long.
Getting already damage onto the tower. It's a very scary tri-lane to be a part of, because Rubik can easily just bring somebody back with that pickup. And if they've got the Shadow Shaman there, they can just stack the stuns well enough that anybody will go down in this lane.
Alright. Are still trying to contest to the best of their abilities. Top lane, X-Freedom on the Darkseer versus Wen on the Centaur. Gotta say, it is an interesting one. I don't think either of these guys are going to be finding too many kills unless they outskill each other. Telekinesis grab in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, HYHY going to be finding that kill. WL falls. Thunder Strike going to be claiming it. That will be the gold going their way. Once again, 1 kill apiece currently towards these teams.
You can see the disadvantage of running an aggressive tri-lane, that everyone there is still like level 1 on the side of the Bazaar, because they haven't really got a pull camp to pull from. They haven't got any well, I guess they have got a bounty rune to rotate to, but it's you kind of want to keep your presence there at all times, because anybody could spring around from that corner on the Radiant jungle. So because of it, everyone is a bit under-leveled a little bit. Rotation
by Yang. He is invisible currently. HYHY wants to potentially move on to Chiao. Not quite finding the opening. 2 rotations mid though. And it's the Shackles Sunstrike combo moving in. Good block.
Oh my god.
That's like game sense coming into effect. Doesn't stop the kill, however, but it certainly did try. Very well played by Huey, or by HYHY I should say. I keep wanting to call him Huey. I don't know why.
You just want to... You don't really like your acronyms.
I hate acronyms in aliases. It annoys me to no end.
When do you call AIMS AMS? I mean, do you call AMS ENS? AMSs? Anyway.
I call him a mixture, to be honest. But the same happens in Overwatch. There's a player called Kai. Kiki. I still don't know. But it's not KYKY, it's Kiki or Kai. It's one of those two.
I think the acronyms are very big over in the Southeast Asia.
I mean, he's American, so he doesn't have an excuse.
Top lane should be very easily won by the Darkseer. He wins most melee matches. And see the levels are paying dividends for him. See, Centaur is doing okay though. Like he's surviving, and he's, especially with these double bounty runes as well.
Rotation, telekinesis grab, QEON with the Sunstrike. That is a prediction if I've ever seen it. That'll be a kill as he finds it on the mid player. Another one for their collection, as General Grievous once said in Star Wars Episode 3.
How am I supposed to take this cast serious at all if you're going to bring pre-QEON memes into it? Is this what you're going to do at Moonstone Studios?
I can keep going with the prequel memes.
I'm not sure.
Sand. It's coarse, small, it just gets everywhere. What does he say? It's not that exact quote. It's one of them though. It's stupid as anything.
I'm out. I'm done.
Don't leave me. I'm going to keep quoting it. Can't stop me.
Well, in the meantime, nothing really kicking off. It's maybe slowing down ever so slightly in this game now. They want to get this kill onto the Weaver, but he's just way too slippery. They haven't really got the toolkit to approach him in time. At least not until Disruptor gets his level 6, but maybe it might contest with Rubik instead.
Telekinesis grabbed up. CH drops down the kinetic field, the shackle, the sunstrike. This is an excellent combo, and it's worked out time and time again. Big A gets the open wounds out, pops the rage, cannot be launched back just yet, but there is a swarm on him. Shackled, Sakuchi, bring him down. The stampede glimpsed back by CH, finds the kill. And Zhang will not find it in the end. Big A going to be TPing back, successfully defending him from the onslaught of gamers. And another kill claimed, currently 4-1. Light recap showing a slight gold swing once again going to the Invoker. He's having a big impact here mid lane.
It's a nice try by the Centaur as well, popping off his ulti to kind of close the gap between Bazaar and that final lifestealer pick, but Big A will survive for another day, and he'll actually rotate lanes now just because he's too much trouble coming out from this bot lane here.
Freedom is happy to just farm up to the best of his ability. As you mentioned, Big A rotating to the top lane. Also try and contest Wen's farm to an extent. Getting the lane out, or maybe just getting a bit of farm for himself.
Yeah, Freedom can now rotate in. Now that he's got that level 4 Iron Shell, he can take these camps very efficiently.
Interesting that SSS has been forced to relegate into jungle duty, if you like. Really bullied out of this mid lane by Chiang.
That's fine. I think it's the typical Radiant advantage where the camps are so close to you, you actually get to do both. Where you can take both camps and take the mid lane as well. That's why you commonly see Shadow being picked up on the Radiant side.
True, yeah. I mean, there was that TI5 sort of playstyle, wasn't it, back in the day when he was so good at clearing the stacks, there wasn't the built-in magic resistance that the creeps have these days. And that was the sort of playstyle. It was quite weird because even if the mid laner lost the fight, supports would stack for them and they'd immediately catch up again with a big gold boost. So it was that sort of stack-based gaming, wasn't it? You'd see your leaners and stuff in the mid.
It would be heavy economy play. I can remember the entire team secret plan.
QEON, kinetic field popped up. SSS in a bit of trouble. Fade Bolt will send it flying. WL with a kinetic field gets glimpsed back in the nick of time. CH on point with these glimpses. Second time he saved the teammate there with clever usage of his abilities, and SS going to be happy to make his way out of that one.
That's a killing spree gone down for
Meanwhile,
Joker as well.
Bottom tier 1 ends up falling. Zhang picking up this one. As you mentioned, that's a killing spree to the Invoker. Gold going their way.
God, Shadow Fiend is so low. Really playing with fire here.
Sunstrike, let's go.
If only. You do have a deep ward in, but it's on the shrine instead. If he did go back to the shrine,
the Sunstrike. I just realised.
Well, you got it.
Yeah, he attempted it at some point because it's freshly off cooldown, but
I think maybe on the Big A at top. But the economy is already going the way of Bazaar. And we've had this happen before, Bren. But at least last time they had a Templar Assassin that was kind of fighting for that very top spot. But not quite a good game from anybody coming out in this initial part of the game.
It's been quite even back and forth. In the mid lane, I must say, the Invoker Chuan here, finding a lot more farm than the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend relegated, as I mentioned before, to the jungle duty. Can't quite get the farm that he's looking for. Going to be trying to build up his power treads for now. HY happy to just get a bit of farm on the mid lane where he can. The XP as well will always be good for him. WL just pulling in these lanes. Going to creeps back a bit as the lane is heavily pushed in the top way. And for now, passive gameplay. As you mentioned, like as we were talking about White Fries, I was about to say Fright Wise. White Fries, you know, they're currently a map down, a game down in this series. This is the grand finals, it needs to be mentioned. There's a lot on the line for these teams, so maybe it's understandable that the play is a bit more passive coming out from them.
Yeah, indeed. But I think it's more up to... actually, I think I favour Bazaar's late game just ever slightly towards if it gets pushed to that, but they've got some wombo combos on the side of White Fries as well, so there's always potential comebacks no matter what stage the game it gets into.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Sunstrike sent out. That's a connect. I didn't miss it that time. No T-Tours today, lads. CH going to be falling. Nice.
Radiant's top tower
I just niced myself for catching that kill.
No, you deserve it, Brad. Nice. Good job.
I heard the Sunstrike, I was like, where is he? Where is he? Like panicking around the map.
They want to push this top lane over on Bazaar.youth, I should call them. I keep mixing them up. But Big A is just constantly taking that aggro, and they don't really want to push the boat now for it.
WL runs back, that's the field available. Telekinesis lifts him up, but with the rage, Big A's not going to get stunned, and he can just right click him down for days, meaning a kill by the way of white fries.
I don't know why he showed himself there, to be honest. Bit surprising. I mean, when you see a disruptor off the map and you just look at what your positioning was a couple of seconds ago, I don't think he would have risked the showing his face at the top lane there, but he did. So it's just a position 5 kill at the end of the day, so I wouldn't be crying about it if I was ever on Bazaar.
Zhang farming up for now, trying to work towards that blinking sphere. I was about to say Manta style. Just stopped myself early. But this is a gank attempt if I've ever seen one. Zhang walking straight into the belly of the beast, and he's fell right into it. Stun comes out alongside the kinetic field, and the static storm means that is one dead Weaver. There we go. Swarm trying to force him out. Meanwhile, Sunstrike.
Oh my god.
HY is the game sense. He knows the Sunstrike's coming, so he sticks close to him. Oh my god, he's such a gamer.
Will it translate into a full win though? That is another question. I mean, he had a brilliant game the last game, but there's only so much you can do as a support brand. Down to these calls whether or not they can bring the business before the captain. Well, Invis Rune on Rubik right now.
He is waiting there patiently. No detection just yet. They are waiting around. It feels like
the TP.
HY just has a sixth sense to it. They pop down a sentry. Oh, Stampede comes in. They drop down the wards as well. Big A eating a bit of damage. Meanwhile, the first casualty going to go in as WL brings down HY with the Fade Bolt. Yang in a bit of trouble, has to run away, and he gets raised up. SSS going to be collecting that kill quite easily, and that's a big amount of gold actually in the form of these wards as they just right-click them down. A lot of feeding potential going on here. Big gold change going towards White Fries. Not necessarily Bazaar, even though they did trade 1-for-1 with those kills.
It's a shame Weaver couldn't be a part of that fight. I think he could have cleaned up quite a few bits of kills here and there, especially because they wanted to dedicate the Mass Serpent ward as well into pushing that tower. But they just brought too many friends over on the side of White Fries to actually fight that fight. And it was looking decent for them as they used the Stampede over on Bazaar, but to kind of kite out against that Lifestealer. But you only last for so long at being level 1 at the time, so it just caught up with them in the end, and it's just still a hot area with that full health tower as well. I feel like you can't stay there forever as Bazaar.
Net worth looking quite strong so far. The laning phase pretty much firmly over. Vega, QEON sitting on that 6,800 gold so far, working towards the Zags. He's only about 1,200 gold away before picking up that big power spike of an item. Still mid-tier 1 up, firmly standing erect in the mid lane. And Mr. Zhang just police cooching around the map.
So they've got the armlet over on the Lifestealer now, but now they need a vehicle ready. And I think that will be the Slardar, but he's a bit short off of his Blink Dagger. So I'm not really sure who's going to initiate with this Lifestealer now. Maybe he just might fixate onto it as an escape mechanism.
Well, there's a Shadow Blade on the Shadow Fiend. That's always an option.
Good. Yeah, that's good enough. That's pretty good.
Looking for possibilities. Going to be clearing out these mid lanes for now. QEON happy to eat up this farm, and it's a smoke attempt we see from Bazaar. Moving in from their own shrine area in the upper sort of spectre, and now checking out the Roshan pit, not quite finding that the team are attempting it, but just waiting patiently for now. Now they mobilize in. The big bait is set as Zhang is in the top lane. Are they going to rotate around? There is a ward.
They see him.
Might spot them. They should spot him. When gets pinged out. Is this the bait though? Moving in off him. He blinks away.
Shame he didn't. Oh,
what a glimpse! Oh my god, that's insane. How did he even reach that?
There's a ward.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh my god. That is incredible.
And I think you need to keep these things in mind when you're making these aggressive plays. If you're over on Bazaar, that you're going to be committed into these plays, because the disruptor will not let you leave. You need to be all or nothing, I think, with I want to plan out or strategize, or at least take out the disruptor. There's a smoke coming out from White Fire.
Strike again. Where did that hit? I don't know. But
tried to go for the just the camp. He was just farming the camp.
Just farming up the camp.
Helping out Yang.
That's it. Meanwhile, initiation mid. Going to be sending out that damage. QEON sends out the meteor, but cannot quite claim the kill in the end. It's going to be SS on the killing spree. Finds it. And now that mid tier 1 is ripe for the picking. They're going to be trying to crack that baby wide open. And with the right click damage, SS on 36 souls means he's hitting a hefty 180 damage per hit. Telekinesis grabs HH back. HHY. HY trying to shift himself away. Initiation comes in. Kinetic field going to be connecting onto the center wall. That's a kill again. The Razor's Requiem popped up. Zhang into trouble. Forced to pop up his ultimate to recall himself back. Regain that lost health, but they're going to take that any day of the week. 2 kills. Easily claimed a mid tier 1. Big gold swing once again going their way.
Yeah, they're just 5-manning about, getting these initial picks, and then playing off the player advantage. And they know that if they back off over on the side of Bazaar, they've got a disruptor to kind of extend that little pick-off play again and again and again. So if you're Bazaar, you need to kind of again start going all or nothing with these push defenses.
Okay, again. HY maybe stepping a little bit too far forward. It's telekinesis back. Roshan does get picked up here. Just going to be going to SSS. Zhang moving around. Good infest into Shadow Fiend. He's spotting that one just yet. And White Prize back off almost immediately.
Well, Zhang has picked up his Lotus Orb, his Lincoln Sphere I should call it actually. So now he's not quite as easily glimpsed by the disruptor this time. They've got something going for them over on Bazaar now. But still needs to play careful, as they'll be wiser to the Lincoln Sphere, and if they've got enough coordination, which they should do it for a grand finalist, they can make it null and void. Yang
farming up his next item. He's going for that Agnim Scepter of a greedy Shadow Shaman sort of position. Doesn't even have really a movement item like a Force Staff to try and escape. He's just going straight up for the Ags. I think the benefit of buying the point booster, I guess, you get the health and mana, but buying the Staff of Wizardry as well leaves your options quite open if you need to change it halfway through.
Oh yeah, the Shadow Shaman. Yeah, okay, that is a very strange. Usually you would see at least a Blink Dagger. I would say Blink Dagger is like core on Shadow Shaman, because you've got so much disable, Bren. You can actually disable someone who's initiated on you, and bring your blink back off cooldown just because you have that much disable. So it's kind of like almost a reliable escape as well, but very, very strange in my eyes.
HY, blink forward, not finding the initiation he's looking for, but his tier 1 is going to be falling quite quickly. Tornado gets sent out, not connecting. EMP as well, it's going to be zoning them back a little bit. Will defend the tower for now. SS still trying to get those right clicks in. Finding the kill, glimpse back onto the Shadow Shaman. Glimpse committed means that not going to be able to push us out just yet. Raises from SS will clear out these waves pretty quickly. A kill happens. Big A finds a solo kill onto Wen with the, not quite solo kill. He did have the help of HY, but that's going to create an opening here. Requiem by SS. Not getting popped off just yet. Zhang sends out the swarm. Quite dodged by SS. Sunstrike coming out as well. Does connect onto the 2 of them. Still, I think this might be a kill. Static Storm committed. Not quite finding it. Here comes the Tornado. And they've got the EMP to follow up. Yes, they do. They're going to be committing the wards as well in this lower ground. All the mana disappeared. Disarmed as well as the Deafening Blast are going to be connecting. Zhang does recall back, but he's so weak on the right click. That'll do it. Mega kill streak for the Shadow Fiend. Now trying to look even further forward. Double kill for him, and now it's just cleanup duty for the wards. Eating up the remainder of this gold. They claim 2 kills. 1 support, 1 core. Going to be going down.
What a turnaround coming from White Prize there. I thought Bazaar were going to walk away with that. Just because Weaver managed to stay alive towards the tail end of the fight and actually get off his time lapse. But it was very well played to Slardar, HY, who actually, at the very, very, very beginning of the fight, he TP'd out to the off lane to pick up the easy kill onto Centaur. And already that took away the Stampede option at first for them. For initiation too, so that was delayed off, and he took the Lifestealer in with him to kind of finish that kill off. So Lifestealer didn't even use a TP, just
WL falls, Tornado gets sent out, EMP, Meteor, a lot of damage coming in. That's the Aegis pump. Do they have the additional damage? CH going to be falling as well. 2 kills already on the side of White Prize, moving even further forward, trying to bring down Zhang. Zhang desperately trying to escape out of there, but he's got that corrosive haze on him. Going to be spotted. Good stun by HY. Will find the kill in the end. 3 going away of White Prize, and they are looking to take a tower even further forward, I imagine.
They've got X-Freedom now. He's rocking that Guardian Greaves, and I imagine this team will make them no end of tankiness for this White Prize team. I mean, how are you supposed to take out any of these team members when the Weaver is probably plucking away a tiny little DPS with that against that Guardian Greaves? But the only person he can really turn to now is maybe the Invoker, but he needs to get more time, more levels, more items before he really comes online with his spells.
He does have the Ags available, but as you mentioned, he's not far off the Blink Dagger either. Instead, actually opting to go for the Boots of Travel rather than the Blink Dagger. He was saving up his money.
Yeah, this just paves the way for more reliable farming. This way, split push as well.
Interesting. TPing out as well. We see EH moving around the map, finding opportunities here and there. SS has the Dragon Lance, has the BKB, has the Shadow Blade. And now he's going to be working towards what looks like the Butterfly.
Already.
Yeah, 22 minutes in, Butterfly. Quite early, I think, for a Butterfly timing, if he's going to be working towards it, but we're going to be trying to go for that one. SS, no fear, just running straight into the mid.
The Shadow Fiend is having a much better game compared to other Shadow Fiends I've seen in this qualifier so far. Usually I've been struggling to see Shadow Fiends like get off the ground, but SS is having quite a fine game here. And it's got DD ready for this push as well.
HY does connect the Corrosive Haze onto Trian, meaning the Ghost Walk is pretty much useless, and with that double damage, Shadow Fiend just pounding into that tier 2 will find power kill. Now they can look to press the issue even further. No Aegis on hand, but they do have that Slardar initiation ready with the Lifestealer hidden inside of him for that extra bit of burst damage. But not opting to go in.
Yeah, they're content over on White Prize. I mean, it's their game to lose right now, so they're just going to back off, play it safe, and...
Zardo.
5 man smoke? Oh, actually, no, 4 man
Not quite. They're still at Shuan, but they're meeting them head on. Oh, what is that backwall combo? You don't see that every day, and that's a big kill. 3 going away of White Prize. And with the dust popped off, I think Zhang just about escaped. No, the dust is still on him, but he will be getting out of there. That is insane. HY leading it in with the stun, the back wall into the static storm. Big usage of ultimates. Cooldowns off the table, but when you pick up that many kills, 100% worth it any day of the week.
And Darkseer didn't even need a Blink Dagger to set that up as well, so he's only going to get more potent and more troublesome to actually deal with as the fights escalate throughout the entire rest of the match. I'm surprised they don't make a push from this, but it's so early in the game, Bren, that players are just respawning so goddamn quickly that they don't even have a chance to make this push into the high ground.
Yep. It's so early days yet, and the players are so underleveled, as you mentioned. No respawn timer really for them to try and press the issue onto the high ground. Players are up. Centaur with his Blink Dagger available. Hood of Defiance as well. Working towards the Ags. He's quite close to it, about halfway through. Yang also trying to work on that Blink Dagger. Playing quite a greedy Shadow Shaman. Has finally got his Ag, so he's going to have the improved Serpent Wards to have Split Shot. Good range increase on them as well.
It just seems so strange to me. Maybe he thinks... Does it still have the same old attack damage as it used to have, or is it just the split shot now?
Just the split shot, I think. Yeah. But it's too... It is interesting that he's rushing it, because Well, it's just not normal, is it? You don't really see it on a Shadow Shaman. You see more the support items like the force stamps and stuff.
I mean, when you're pushing objectives with it, there's not like there's many objectives for you to attack in one go. Usually when you're pushing these towers, you just kind of springing all your wards onto this one objective. So maybe he just values it tremendously in these team fights. But I feel like they get taken out so quickly now with just the state that White Fries are in, that they'll still become a non-issue.
Oh, Static Storm, leap in. Alongside the Lifestealer will bring an end to the Weaver. That's a 50 seconds with no buyback. White Fry's going to be immediately initiating in off the back of that one. Going to take a hell of a defense for Bazaar to try and fight their way out of this one now. The Razor's going to be coming in from SS as he assaults the high ground. Has that Dragon Lance, the Hurricane Pike I should say, with the increased range. HY moving forward, gets the Corrosive Haze onto Yang. Still Lifestealer not in him. Good initiation by Weng, but immediately for initiation, Tornado. Next on to free Meteor, putting in the damage. Disarm! Requiem going to be popped off here by SS QEON in a bit of trouble. Pops off the Ghost Wall, but there's a lot of damage coming onto him alongside the wall. Immediate buyback coming out from Wen, and White Fries want to back. Do not want anything to do with this. Going to be taking a high ground and trying to disengage from that fight.
Thank you.
I mean, we get to see the Aghanims in action there, and I don't know, between the Guardian Greaves and all that, I'm just not too impressed between rushing this item really as a Shadow Shaman.
Doesn't seem to be doing the business, does it?
Yeah, you can see the power of Lifestealer during that last fight as well. There was so much chaotic magical damage being thrown at them, but again, Lifestealer just ignores all of that and was just going to town onto Centaur Warrunner, who did have to die. I think did he buy back as well?
He did. He might have actually. I'm not too sure. Buyback status. Yes, nobody's got buyback because they don't have enough gold. But yeah, he did. Save the buyback for that.
So they're just going to make another push at it, especially now that their heavy cooldowns have been expended. I mean, no more Mass Serpent wards pressed.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Tower down as well.
Kills the tower. Initiation by HY finds the kill. That is going to be the Centaur again, a dieback, and that should be the Rax moving in now. Defense tries to come out. Tornado connects onto 2. EMP going to be following up. Sunstrike. Bit of a mistime there coming out from the mid laner. Find the kill. Fuck you. Connects into it. Good. As well as that, the stun comes up on HY. Triple kill for SS. GG, well played is called by Bazaar. There's going to be going a third map here. Third game, ultra kill for SS. The victory Requiem as he wins the game in the end. Good stuff by White Fries. Good gameplay. Got to be a fan of that.
I'm trying to remember, Bren. Who did I value this game going towards?
Well, I said White Fries because they had a Shadow Fiend. That was the only reason.
Okay.